Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back once again to the greatest watch market update show. Unbelievable but true. As you know, me and Sweet Kid Kino are always going to bring you the truth. What these Muppet Boiler Room secondary gray watch market dealers and channels won't dare to tell you, me and Sweet Kid Kino will always do. You know why? Because we're stupid like that. That's right. We're stupid like that. And ladies and gentlemen, today I'm going to be talking to you about a subject that happened to Sweet Kid Kino. Kino received an email from a gentleman. You're not going to believe this, ladies and gentlemen, what's really happening out there with these Muppets. Unbelievable. You know, Kino received this email from a person that he was emailing Kino on behalf, and you're not going to believe this, on behalf of trucking sweat stained hat with jumbo whiteout ears, 4 feet 11 inches, small feet, small little hands, with leotard skin tight jeans. Unbelievable. You're not gonna believe this. He received an email from this gentleman, you know, that he doesn't even want to know who he is. He doesn't want to be identified or nothing. Kino received this letter. We don't know if this is, you know, a hoax or not, but Kino received this letter that's really gonna blow your hair back and knock your socks off. Unbelievable, unbelievable. You know, this email that this gentleman wrote to Kino, it goes something like this. I think I should read this email. You gotta excuse the way this person, you know, his grammar, you know, his language arts, you know, his skills of writing, but, you know, we don't know who this person is, but this person wrote to Kino. Unbelievable. And it goes like this. Take a look-see at the letter. Unbelievable. Take a look-see. It goes just like this. Dear Mr. Kino, this is a message from Trucking Sweat Stained Hat. Unbelievable. I am a personal friend of his, and I'm relaying this message on his behalf, but prefer to keep my identity private for obvious reasons. Trucking Sweat Stained Hat wants to get the word out. He started painting portraits in prison to earn commissary money and would like to do it for people on the outside to start earning money to put towards, unbelievable, towards restitution and paying back his victims. You know, those victims that he flim-flammed, you know, he fleeced out of all those watches. Unbelievable. He knows you might be skeptical getting this message and its validity. So he's willing to schedule a phone call with you from prison and you guys can talk about it. He also said you're welcome to record. Unbelievable. Even record. This is unbelievable what this Trucking Sweat Stained Hat is talking about, you know? Welcome to record the call for your own content, if need be. If you are interested, he just needs a phone number and a daytime that would work for you. He also has an email system in the prison he uses to communicate, and said he would be happy to set that up as well after your phone call. Unbelievable. You know, can you believe this gentleman is sending this email? This is no other than Trucking Sweat Stained Hat reaching out. Again, we don't know if this is a real, you know, email, because, you know, if this is a person who doesn't want to be identified, we don't, it's unbelievable. You know, he's a real good friend. I'm sure this must be somebody, and you know, these people are a bunch of, you know, flim-flammers and hucksters and hoodwink. You know, this is the way these people operate, and it's scary. You know, it's very scary. So, you know, supposedly, Trucking Sweat Stained Hat is painting in prison to earn money, you know, to pay back his victims. Unbelievable. I'm sure he must be asking for these paintings, you know, thousands of dollars. Unbelievable, but true. In other words, ladies and gentlemen, as you know, these people are a bunch of con artists, a bunch of flim-flammers, You know, these people have fleeced millions of dollars from people, from their watches, you know, from that consignment, you know, scheme they had going on, you know. This is no other than trucking sweat stained hat with jumbo whiteout ears, with small feet, small hand, 4 feet, 11 inches, with leotard skin tight jeans. Unbelievable. These people just don't give up. And Kino is going bananas regarding this email that he received from this person, you know. Unbelievable. I told Kino, this is a sketch. You know, you gotta be careful. You're dealing with people that no good. These people are bad people. These people are gonorrheas. These people are cockroaches. These people are rats. You know, these people are rats, cockroaches, you know, with a bad infection of gonorrhea. You know, trying to hoodwink you. I'm telling this to Kino, but he's so excited, you know. I tell him, Kino, this has to be fake, a fake email. But Kino's out of control with this unbelievable email that he received. I believe, honestly, ladies and gentlemen out there, that this trucking sweat stained hat with jumbo whiteout ears, small feet, small hand, 4 feet, 11 inches, with skin tight leotard jeans, has someone in prison, if it is happening, that is painting for him. You know, in other words, skin tight, you know, jumbo whiteout ears, you know, trucking sweat stained hat ain't the painter. The painter's another convict in there. This painting, you know, painting for him, and trucking sweat stained hat is gonna be pushing all these paintings, you know, for thousands of dollars, if that's the case. But, you know, this is something that I want you guys to know. The letter that, or the email that Kino received, it's unbelievable. As you heard the letter that I read it to you guys, it's unbelievable. I would like to hear what you guys think of this email that Kino received. You know, because these guys, I'm telling you, these guys are a bunch of gonorrheas. These are experts, you know, in hoodwinking. You know, these are hucksters, flim-flammers. These guys are used to fleecing people. These guys don't work with the system. These guys are, you know, an infection. These guys are in a bad infection. Unbelievable, but true. Unbelievable. You know, and I'm very worried because Sweet Kid Kino, he's excited because he wants to give him a phone number so they can call him up and all that. I said, Kino, take it easy, Kino. You know, like I told you a couple of days ago that Kino is in vacation with his new girlfriend. And I told him, Kino, you need to enjoy yourself with your girlfriend wherever you're at. You know, don't be thinking about these things, about this email that this, you know, this imposter sent you, you know, unbelievable. These flim-flammers, these guys are a bunch of flim-flammers. So he received this letter from this person that is a good friend of Trucking Sweat Stained Hat. And I would like to know what you people think about this email that Sweet Kid Kino received, and he's jumping up and down regarding that, you know, unbelievable, that Trucking Sweat Stained Hat with jumbo whiteout ears sent him. You know, he's unbelievable. And I told him that this cannot happen. This cannot happen. We cannot permit that. This can be another sketch, another scam, you know. This can be another hoodwink, you know, by these hucksters. And like I told you again, this has to be somebody, if it is true, it has to be someone that is in prison, that is the real artist, the paint artist, and Trucking Sweat Stained Hat is just going to push these paintings, you know, for thousands of dollars. Unbelievable. You know, this is unbelievable. Like that, you know, the son of that president that paints too. I don't know his name, but, you know, the president has a son that does paintings too, and he sold his paintings for $500,000, $400,000, $1 million. And so, you know, these people have an unbelievable imaginary system in their brain cells. It's unbelievable, but true. Unbelievable. So I need your help with this subject so we can, you know, try to relax Kino from making a big mistake and giving his phone number to trucking sweat stained hat, and and that friend is relaying all these messages. Unbelievable. So there it is. You heard it now. Trucking sweat stained hat. Jumbo whiteout ears, 4 feet 11 inches, small feet, small little hands. Like the size of my fingers. Has become like Picasso, like a Van Gogh, in prison. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And listen to me, ladies and gentlemen. I don't want you to fall for these tricks. This channel is here to defend you people out there. You watch collectors, you watch connoisseurs, you watch addicts, not to get flim-flammed and fleeced by this gang. This gang. Unbelievable. I'm just thinking, why isn't he reaching out to, like Deputy Droopy Butthole Eyes with the Tweety Bird haircut? Unbelievable. Why isn't he reaching to him? Or why isn't he reaching out to Prune Face, or the Walrus Fat Bastard, Unbelievable. Why is he reaching out to Sweet Kid Kino, to help him out? He wants Sweet Kid Kino to promote his paintings and out there, in the free world, And Sweet Kid Kino, like I'm telling you, he's a sweet kid, And I don't want nothing bad to happen to Sweet Kid Kino. So I need you guys to, share this video, promote it, and don't let your friends fall for this new, sketch they have going on. Unbelievable, but true. You can't believe these people. These people have the whole day to think how to commit a new sketch, a new con, a new grift. You know what I'm saying? A new flim flam, a new. They see you people as spoof balls. They see you people as spoof balls, as tomato cans, window lickers, tire kickers. You gotta stop. Stop and think about what these people are doing. These people are just criminals. Criminals. These are criminal mind. Criminal mind. You understand me? Unbelievable but true. But these people have a criminal mind, and they're thinking the whole day, how they can get you taken. And this is the reason I'm doing this video. And I know Kino right now is in vacation with his new girlfriend, and he's gonna see this video, wherever he's at in the Caribbean in his banana boat. He has a go fast boat, and he's gonna probably be upset at me, but it can't happen. I'm not gonna permit it. I know that Sweet Kid Kino is the owner of this channel, but I have some kind of, pull here too. I have some decisions right too, Unbelievable. But there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Trucking sweat stained hat with jumbo whiteout ears, 4 feet 11 inches, with small feet, small little hands, with skin tight leotard jeans, is now like a Picasso painting artist. Unbelievable. All right. So please share this video. It's an emergency that you share it to everybody, so you know what's going on. All right. Unbelievable but true. I really hope you enjoyed this video and you learned something from no other than trucking sweat stained hat with jumbo whiteout ears, small feet, small hand, 4 feet 11 inches with leotard skin tight jeans. Unbelievable. And like I said again, I don't know the reason why isn't he reaching out to Deputy Droopy Butthole Eyes with the Tweety Bird haircut, or Prune Face, or the Walrus Fat Bastard. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe and like my video. And like I say every week, take care and brush your hair.